Y'all, they let him out. In under 24 hours, they let these crazy psychopaths that go on anti ICE raids into active churches in sermons, they let them out under 24 hours. Y'all, if you want to see the problem, I'm about to show it to you. I'm probably going to light this one up a little bit because even a child can see this is a next level stupid. If you agree with what I'm about to say, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, turn the notification bell on, and if you're down to save the country, get in here. This is what we're facing. All right, we're going to jump right into this. I'm not going to bury the lead on you. Just follow me on X at Braden LOA. Let's get it. All right, y'all. There's going to be a few things that we're addressing while I do this, okay? The first one, I'm going to be a little livid because this is some absolute BS. Absolute BS. You all know it. You know it. They know it. Everyone knows it. That's where it comes into play on the bigger, broader macro picture. Because this is going to undermine Democrats royally, epically, for the contrast that I'm about to show you, okay? We're going to have some fun, and we're going to do a whole lot of this, so make sure you send this out. Here we go. How's this for the contrast? This is the FBI Director Kash Patel. This was yesterday. Every last individual who allegedly targets our brave federal law enforcement, targets places of worship, or in any way pays for or facilitates such illegal activity will be pursued and caught. And here's, of course, the image that he hit. There's one of the conspirators of the church raid that was making children and women cry in fear because they're intimidating them. Here's another one who's a member of a school board. Yep. And then here's, of course, Antifa Boy Wonder, who is the little ringleader who likes to be an idiot. Now, this is the thing. The Trump administration, through FBI Director Kash Patel, posted that they're going to catch them, and then posted in arrest, and then posted perp walks. Meanwhile, this is what the leftist judges are doing. This is going to fall back directly on the Democrats because Minnesota is clearly one of the most cesspool-ridden places on the planet. And I'm going to scoot to the right a little bit to get more center so we can have this discussion. All right, here we go. A Biden-appointed judge has just ordered the release of 2 of 3 violent leftists who orchestrated the attack on the church. If we don't purge leftist activists from the judiciary, we won't have a country left. These 2 individuals are now free to go and protest and do this again. Okay? I can almost hear what you're thinking. How is this possible, Braden? Well, lefty activist judges, that's how. Here's one, and this is where it comes back around in a big old horseshoe of just hitting them right in the head, straight up cartoon style. That is Amy Klobuchar. That is the United States Senator from Minnesota, Amy Klobuchar. That activist judge is the one that just released those 2. This is Democrats all over it. FBI Director Kash Patel says if you do this, you're going to be arrested because you're breaking the law and you need to be arrested. Provides images and arrest. Leftist Democrat judges come in and say, no, you're fine because you're on our side. Look, here's a United States Senator who's a Democrat, Amy Klobuchar, who is fully is fully condoning this judge. Condoning this judge. Y'all, you're looking at the contrast. This is where it's going to kick them in the balls. Let's keep on going. Again, if this one doesn't get you, I don't know what does. And there's that same leftist judge, which let them out. As you can see, it's the exact same person right there. Same people. Amy Klobuchar, Democrats, activist judges. And then this little dill hole. U.S. Magistrate Judge Shannon Elkins released William Kelly. He was arrested and charged with conspiracy to deprive rights, a federal crime in violating the FACE Act for his involvement in the St. Paul church riots. The exact same. All 3 are now out thanks to a leftist judge. Kelly was wearing his signature F Trump beanie when he was taken into custody. So now you not only have this judge that let those 2 out, she also let that guy out. These leftist activist judges are just a symptom of the problem in Minnesota. Apparently, Minnesota has become the cesspool worse than D.C. Because you have activist judges, you have activist AGs, you have activist governors, you have activist assistant attorney generals, and then you have them being married to judges who are refusing to let Don Lemon be arrested. All of this is corrupt as shit. But this is where the Democrat comes in. Not just Amy Klobuchar, sitting U.S. Senator of Minnesota, it's also the talking heads for the left, the geniuses over there on CNN. Listen, this is what I was saying. They're going to start threading the needle. They're going to say, yeah, sure, you probably shouldn't have done that, but they are upset. Watch.
Understand that there is a lot of debate on whether or not folks should have gone into the church and protested. But we do live in a country where we have a First Amendment right and we have the ability to protest.
And practice a religion freely.
Yeah, they were. She was actually a pastor, so she was actually
She was
there.
harassing and terrorizing Christians in the church.
Oh, no, stop it.
Yes, she was.
Is a Christian. Understand that there is a...
It doesn't matter. I mean, they do have a First Amendment right. Hey, you think they have a First Amendment right to walk into an abortion clinic and just start chanting everything about that? How fast do you think this idiot would melt down on that one? Yeah, it's almost like they're paid to say whatever they want because they're DNC talking heads. But anyway, you've got eyes. You know what happened. And here's the other piece. I told you I was going to get spicy because I cannot handle this crap. This is the problem. They took over the judiciary in deep blue states, and when they did, they start letting out criminals, which is exactly what I covered in my video last night. It's all about criminal behavior and no consequences to uproot and unend the system. That's the whole point. But anyway, here's the other connection that I'm going to keep on showing you, because we're going to keep on doing this, because Minnesota is a freaking cesspit. Caitlin Miko on the left. Miko, don't care. Minnesota Assistant Attorney General, who is married to Doug Miko, U.S. Magistrate Judge, who is the exact same guy who didn't arrest or did not sign the arrest warrant for Don Lemon for doing the exact same thing as the other three who were arrested, who happens to work, and Caitlin, boo-boo Caitlin right here, happens to work under Keith Ellison, who's the same guy who went on a podcast with Don Lemon the day after the church raid and said it was an overreach and perfectly fine. But no corruption exists. We have the Assistant Attorney General married to the judge who refused to sign the arrest warrant for Don Lemon, who the wife directly works for Assistant Attorney General Ellison, Attorney General Ellison. They're all anti-ICE, all anti-everything. You have the CNN and Democrats fully owning this. You've got all three of these assholes completely and totally cut loose by a leftist liberal judge, because it is clear as day what they did, but that doesn't matter. It's about justice for them, not the people who were accosted or who were harassed or threatened. No, not them, because they're privileged. They're white people. They can't do. Do you understand how privileged they are? And you might be thinking, Braden, how could you do that? Because these idiots were saying the same crap that I just said to the people in the congregation. It's on video. You have Democrat senators who are tied directly to it in the United States Senate, directly to the judge who let these two out. You have all of this stuff that is connecting together, and you have the FBI director, Kash Patel, saying, yeah, we arrested them for doing what they did and breaking the law. Meanwhile, the Democrats sit there and crow how authoritarian and fascist Donald Trump is. Nothing about any of the corruption between the judiciary, the United States senators, more judiciary, complete and total dickheads who need to be arrested and put in prison, idiots on CNN, and all of the Attorney General, Assistant Attorney General, and the judges who are refusing. The corruption in Minnesota is making Illinois look like nothing. This is wild. Absolutely wild. Anyway, I told you I was going to get spicy on it. I will keep following this stuff. I'll see you guys on the next one. Make sure you send this one out, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. See you later.